Let's have a party.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Karpo Gaming and another Fallout 76 video. We have a new update that is being released today, update 1.30, coming in at roughly around 5.1 gigabytes. Now, today's update brings a number of improvements and bug fixes to Fallout 76, so if you want to catch up on today's patch notes, you came to the right place. As always, I'll be leaving a link down below, as well as timestamping this so you can jump right into the part that you want. So without further ado, let's get started. Under Camp Crafting and Workshop, Scrapbook. The scrapbook can now be destroyed and has the same amount of health as the stash. Under Sound, the music that plays on the main menu has returned to the original launch theme. Under User Interface, Atomic Shop added a Fallout First category to the Atomic Shop, and also a free tag will now appear on the Atomic Shop main menu option when there is a free item that the player has not yet claimed. Main menu. The background video that plays on the main menu has returned to the original launch video. Scrapbook. All the junk items in the player inventory now displays in the scrapbook transfer menu. Also, when selecting a stack of items while using the scrapbook, players can now select how many items from that stack to transfer. Under Setting, a Show Other Player Names option to the display has been added to the settings menu. This can now be toggled to show or hide other players' names in the game world and on the map. Social menus will still show players' name even if the settings is disabled. And Splash Screen added a button to the Fallout First splash screen that members can use to enter the Atomic Shop. Now under Nuclear Winter Updates User Interface, Loot Bags. Skins can now be favorited in the Atomic Shop for use as drop bags in the Nuclear Winter matches. Please note this only applies to loot bags created when dropping items on the ground. Loot bags created on death in Nuclear Winter still appears as orange duffel bags. Under Match Summary, during an XP bonus event, any bonus XP the player earned will now be displayed on the end of the Match Summary screen. Under General Bug Fixes, Arts and Graphics, Headwear. The antenna on the Vault Girl Martian head now correctly appears green instead of black under various types of lighting. Fix a visual issue that could occur when the character's head when wearing a radar gas and using the Change Appearance menu. Graphics corrected a visual issue when viewing power plants towers from a distance. Lighting fixed the issue that could cause lighting to load incorrectly when playing in a non-English version of the game. Outfits. The cloth at the bottom of the Ranger armor now moves more smoothly when walking or running. Scorched beach meat. Uncooked pieces of scorched beast meat no longer displays the Art of Cook versions when preview. Scrapbook. The color of the scrapbook now more closely matches the color of the stash. Under armor. Raider Waster underarmor is no longer visible through a leather armor on the character torso and arms. In weapons, sections of the rocket mods for the baseball bat are no longer transparent when previewed in the crafting menu. Also, the Jack-o'-lantern combat rifle skin has received visual updates, and the stock should now appear less glossy. Under Camp Crafting and Workshops, Build fixed the issue that could allow environmental objects that were removed by building on top of them to sometimes reappear when the player camp loads in. Also fixed the issue where environmental objects that can be removed by building on top of them would not appear correctly on the build preview screen. Crafting. When an item that contains multiple components like bulk ammo scrap is scrapped while crafting or repairing another item, any unused components it produces will now correctly be sent to the stash or scrap box, rather than disappear. Under Collection Stations, fix the issue that could cause Scavenger Collectron box to remain in the world after their own owners have logged off. Exploit. Address the exploit that could allow non-scrap items to be transferred into the scrap box. Greenhouse. Doors now snap to the correct location when built at the entrance of the greenhouse without a base. Also, when a door that opens inward is built on a greenhouse, it will no longer clip into the walls of the structure while it is open. Modify. Replacing an object no longer sometimes prevents the player from moving or editing that object. And also fix the issue that could prevent red error message from appearing when attempting to move an object to an invalid placement location. Under Neon Lights, the neon number 1 now correctly snaps to the other letter numbers and symbols from the neon signs and letter set. Smoke machines. The Halloween fog machine is now a variant of the smoke machine in the build menu rather than being displayed as a separate appliance. Statues. The Vault Bunyan and Babe the Blue Brahma statue is no longer missing a preview icon in the build menu. Survival tent. Attempting to place a camp or survival tent within the build zone of another survival tent will no longer incorrectly display a green outline signifying valid placement. And also, a build radius will now appear when attempting to place a camp or survival tent new other players' existing survival tent. That's what it says. Vending machine. Components assigned for sale in the vending machines are no longer prioritized over the scrap box when crafting or repairing items. Tyler County Dirty Park objects can no longer be built in such a way that they directly intersect in the Tyler County Dirt Track banners or the workshop. Under items, armor. Fixed the issue that prevented armor from taking condition damage during combat. Eyewear. Glasses purchased from the Atomic Shop, such as gag glasses, can now correctly be worn with hats. Also, headwear. The name of the Ranger's helmet has been adjusted to the Ranger Armor Helmet for clarity. And also, the chef hat now correctly appears white when worn by female characters. Loot bags. Players that own the Jack-o'-lantern loot bag can now correctly equip it as their drop on death loot bag in the Atomic Shop. In Ranger Armor, the right armor paint for the Ranger Armor now applies correctly during nuclear winter matches if the player has favored it in the Atomic Shop. Now for performance and stabilities. Stability addressed the rare crash that could occur while using the camp's build mode. Also fixed the crash that could occur when sharing a lot of quests while on a team. Address multiple issues that could result in a server crash. Sound. Emotes. Reopening the emote menu while an emote or dance emote is playing now correctly ends any activity, sound effects, or music from that emote. Now under user interface. Change appearance. Disconnecting while in the change appearance menu in the Vault 76 with a new character no longer prevents that player from opening the map after logging back in. Under localization, text on the Ranger's Armor Inspect screen in the Atomic Shop is now correctly translated when playing in the non-English version of the game. Also corrected several invalid characters that could appear in item names when playing in Chinese, Korean, Japanese, or Russian versions of the game. Also corrected a line of text on the Private World's info screen that was not translated into languages other than English. Under Login, entering an incorrect password on the login screen no longer prevents the player from logging in when entering the correct password on the next attempt. Under Notifications, fix the minor display issue when disconnecting while searching for a world, and also fix an erroneous warning message that could be displayed while using a scrap kit. Player icons. The name of the Fallout First player icon has been adjusted for clarity. And private worlds. Upon joining a private world, the message displayed when a camp cannot be placed no longer correctly asks if the player would like to try to find another world. Fix the issue that could cause a private world to too soon after a Fallout First member had left the world. Also correct the placeholder message that appears to non-Fallout First members when a private world shuts down after the owner has gone offline. Under Scrapbook, the scrap and store now correctly appears grayed out when accessing another player's scrap box as a Fallout First member. When attempting to use the scrap and store, the player will now receive a notification explaining why it is disabled. Also, the Scrap and Store button now correctly appears grayed out when a Fallout First member does not have any scrappable items in their inventory. Remove several unused sorting options from the Scrap Box Transfer menu. Under Social, fix issue where joining a friend or a private world will sometimes fail when using the Xbox Friend Join Game option. Survival tent. Upon joining a world, the message displayed when a survival tent cannot be placed no longer incorrectly states that the player has been granted a free placement. And also updated a placeholder message that could appear occasionally when attempting to place a survival tent. Vending machine. Corrected the name of the Halloween vending machine. Under World, Flatwoods, corrected placement of several floating shrubs in the Flatwoods. Garum Estate, players can no longer clip through one of the walls at Garum Estate. Grafton, players can no longer jump through a section of the ceiling at Grafton Pawn Shop. Still fix the gap between the section of the tallest tower at Grafton Steel. Monahan power plant. Players can no longer fire weapons through control room windows and the power plant's interior. Morgantown. Players can no longer walk through the satellite dishes through Morgantown. Nuke silos. Door buttons for the storage room exit no longer appear to float in front of the walls in nuke silos. Orwell Orchards, addressed at a location where players could become stuck in Orwell Orchards. The White Springs corrected a placement issue affecting one of the workbenches in the Artisan's Corner at the White Springs Resort, and also fixed a location within the White Springs bunker that could allow players to clip outside the game's playable area. Top of the world, the rope that holds up the Madigan's caves is no longer missing. And Vault 51. Players can no longer jump into the Vault 51 door in the adventure mode. Under combat, damage resistance, all perk cards and other buffs that grant additional damage resistance now correctly appear those effects during Nuclear Winter PvP combat. Spawn invulnerability, players no longer take very small amounts of damage from attacks while spawning invulnerability is active at the start of the match. Under items, baseball grenades now displays the correct rarity color in Nuclear Winter matches. Their drop rates have not been changed. Exploit. Fixed the exploit that could call enabled players to obtain Nuclear Winter items outside of Nuclear Winter matches. Under user interface, localization, the quick stairs kit icon is no longer missing in the Nuclear Winter favorites menu in non-English versions of the game. Also, carry weight and ammo count no longer appears misaligned in the hub menu when playing in Chinese versions of the game, and also adventure mode level up notification no longer appear at the end of Nuclear Winter matches when the player hasn't actually leveled up. Also, fix the issue that could cause Fallout First members to receive an erroneous message about survival tent placement when connecting to a Nuclear Winter match if they had previously received that message in adventure mode. And last but not least, Underworld, Morgantown fixed a specific spawn location that could allow players to spawn inside a normally inaccessible building, and fixed the issue that could allow players to enter an inaccessible building during Nuclear Winter matches inside of Morgantown. And Vault 51, Halloween decorations have been put away. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new update that is released today, Update 15, bringing us some much needed fixes. We have general bug fixes for camp crafting and workshops, and a whole lot more. So yeah, as always, if you are new to the channel, hey, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you really want to help out the channel and the video, you can do so by liking the video if you indeed like the video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and your support, and as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.